All right, good afternoon, everybody. So, well, I guess before we start, let me show you. Yesterday I got off a little early. I'm so glad I did because, oh dear, Chris, there's another one right underneath it. Can you get a box? So, I'm glad I got to come home early. So there's a nuke with frames, please. Have a swarm there. And we have a swarm there. That's lovely. So let's see what we can see with this one. I'm not gonna use too much smoke. Actually, I'm not gonna use any smoke. But let's see if I can get this lower for you guys. All right. That's just great. All right, so swarm here, swarm up there. Let's see what we got to do. Oh my goodness, this is a big old swarm. All right, so I'm gonna go get a nuke. Chris is going to go get me frames. That's what a swarm of bees looks like. I've got a nuke. Let me get this frame. So let's see how, there we go. Let's see if they'll respond to this. It literally is like a blanket of bees. Thank you. All right, so what I'm doing is I actually had a frame of honey that I had put out to Rob that no one seems interested in. So guess what? These ladies can have it. I'm looking for the queen, because if I see her, then we're just gonna, as rough as it sounds, we're gonna throw the rest in the box. Not seeing her, so we're just here's another in. That was a pretty tight ball. What's up? There's our queen. So let me show you guys. right, Her Highness. Let me get her. Alright, so Her Highness is in here. So, yay. Alright. So now, we can make this a little easier. We're gonna put her right there. All right. Oh. All right. Well, you always have extra frames. Now, give me a second, I gotta get a brush. So we got our queen. Yes, there's one up there. I'm going to check it to see if maybe they were moving. Because they were going in these frames down here. So I do need to move that box or take it down so I can at least look at it. That looks, I mean, a lot of queens look the same, but that almost looked identical to the queen I saw yesterday. So there's a chance that she decided to go down here. There also is, so. So what I'm going to do, so they can hopefully smell her. Oh, thank you. Oh dear, that's one. Here, hold that. Hold it for me. Oh, nope, there's another queen. So, alright, so we're going to put them in there. I know you're not supposed to touch your swarm traps for a while, but I think we're okay. Oh my gosh, look how many bees are in there. so you know what? That nuke needs to go up there for me. Up there. But let me dump them first. Alright, so we had 2 swarms officially. Yeah, they're looking for their mom. So, yep, put it back up here. Up. That way they can climb into the door. So, one more frame. Let's give them this one. All right. Oh, yep, they're flying out. Good. All right. So we had 2 swarms, 2 queens. This one decided not to go into a box, so yeah. All right. Here, y'all can have a bridge. Not saying it will work, but you never know. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna leave them to do their thing right now. I'm gonna go concentrate on my other beehives. And hopefully we can figure out where they came from. Yay, I mean, glad we got this settled. Can you go ahead and put their lid on top of that nuke to calm them down a little bit? So that one's settling. That one is resettling, because we probably shouldn't have touched them, but I wanted to make sure that we had not 1 queen and had 2. All right, so that's what's been going on in the bee yard. So now let's try to see where they came from. My money would be on this hive. But those are actually mated queens. So the other thing that we have to do is these strips have to come out today. Thank you. All right. So we're going to be very gentle. I shook out this one last weekend because pretty sure it had a laying worker. I also gave them 2 queen cells. So I just am going to see if these queen cells have hatched. If so, that could be why we have swarms. All right. Yeah, can. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we should have gotten to the queen cells by now. Yeah, so what we're gonna do with this one is Chris is gonna help me shake them all out because there's no queen cells, there's no eggs. So I would bet those two queen cells hatched and they're causing the chaos. Which, yay, I guess I've got 2 hives out of the deal. So I guess I made a good choice. So we're gonna shake this one out. He's gonna shake all the frames off if you don't mind, right? Okay, thank you. And we'll leave the honey one out to let everyone steal and rob. And I'm just looking, making sure I have no queen. So yeah, the 2 queen cells that I put probably came from this hive. So Chris is going to shake all these ladies out. Don't worry, they'll be homeless just for a little bit. They will pick another hive to go to, and then we'll freeze the frames so we can have them. And then, yay, we get 2 hives. So I'll let you get to that, please. All right. So I guess last week, whenever I made the decision to shake out laying worker hive and put 2 queen cells in there, I guess life is awesome and we got 2 beehives out of the deal. So not bad. I am going to move this one now that it looks like, oh no, I still got to work on that one. So I'm not going to uncage her until we're done because I actually need to look in that box to make sure no one else is there. Oh, they vacated pretty quickly, so they're doing what they need to. All right, so we're going to check on this nook right here. Chris is diligently shaking out bees. Do I need to? I know it's a lot of walking, but it may be one box at, or maybe one frame at a time.
Maybe skip this one and do the other one first.
Okay, I can do that. So the other one that I need to be careful on is this one. I left them with queen cells, so, but the difference between them and the other one is they are packed. So we need to make sure they are not the ones to swarm. Remember, check your lids because your queen could be on there. All right, so let's see. So that one has a weird wonky comb that I'm not going to keep. That one is making a queen cell, so we're gonna put that aside. Actually, you know what, just so I don't squish that one. because you shouldn't be making another queen cell unless the two I left they didn't like. And it is totally possible that the queen cells hatched and one came from this hive, one came from the other hive. But so that has a hatched queen cell. Which is one of the ones I purposely left last week. So I potentially could be looking for a virgin queen, but let's just keep looking. Oh, I need a sweatband, I guess. Three more. We are looking for possibly a queen because there's two hatched in here as well, and there's one that they're making. So if I could find her, that would be great. So this is definitely not the one that swarmed. All right, well, I tried. So,
You have eggs?
no. None that I can see. So, but also if she just hatched, it could be another week before we see eggs. So, I'd say let's put
This
them.
is the one that had the queen underneath, right?
Yes. That made queen cells the following week. Because, like John predicted, they probably killed her. Because I was not thinking that she was... I thought that was their queen, but he thinks that it is a good possibility that
Swarm.
it was a swarm. She decided not to swarm, but instead of going back into the hive, she went underneath. Even though it's screen bottom, there's a chance that they couldn't smell her. And so he thinks that when I integrated her back, thinking it was this hive's queen, they killed her. Which because of the queen cells the following week later, he wasn't wrong. So John, you were right. Because they made 4 queen cells. I put 2 in the laying worker hive after I shook it out. They apparently hatched theirs. This one also hatched. But like I said, I'm looking kind of for the virgin queen at this point, because I feel like with the amount of bees, they did not swarm. But there's a queen cell over here. So if I could find a virgin queen, then I will take out that other. You see there's one of the cells right there that hatched. See at the top? But there's definitely no eggs in there. But this one's about to have babies.
Got a drone. Dead one now.
Huh?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, it's a drone cell. But yeah, there's one that hatched right there.
So that's 2.
Yeah, so I would think I would see a virgin somewhere. But, you know, they're hard to spot when they're new. And that's a queen cell right there. I don't want another one. So, hold on. No. And with as tightly packed as those are. There she is. You see her?
No.
Right there at the bottom.
Oh, no.
Yep, right there. All right, so we have a virgin queen, ladies and gentlemen. I knew it. So what we need is a box, a super, because they are kind of built out already. So yay! And if you want to give me one of those frozen frames that you put up, because that way it's already drawn comb. Well, that's fine. That way they're not too bad then. All right. So we have a virgin queen in here. She'll probably go on her mating flight. I took out the other queen cell. Oh, I'm so happy. See, sometimes it takes a second look through your hive to find your queens. And virgin queens are really hard to find. All right. So the only thing with GoPros is I did not show you the virgin queen one because she was moving phenomenally fast, but also my screen goes black after like a couple minutes. I'm sure there's a setting so I can't actually see what I'm showing you. Can you get me a big frame?
What?
A big frame, a deep. Please and thank you. While I clean this off a little bit. There's a tool I can buy that I'm going to buy this year for this.